Before we get into this week's episode of the Organic Mindset Podcast, I wanted to take a quick second to make a huge announcement. My very own self-published adult coloring book is now available for purchase on Amazon.com. Welcome back to another episode of the Organic Mindset Podcast. Like I always say, every time you see me on here by myself, I'm not going to keep you long. It's going to be a brief episode. But I feel like today, more than ever, I got some real important things to discuss. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it right after I tell you. So I already assume that people, looking at this video and they like, dang, like what's going on with this water? So I'm going to get to that later, That's just a little hint of chlorophyll. But like I say, if you've been tuned in the whole time, you already know, some of the benefits associated with that. But I'm going to go a little bit more in depth to that. I kind of, jotted a few things down because I felt like it was important. But first and foremost, I want to pretty much just thank everybody for, kind of tuning in and pretty much going to go purchase the book, share it, like the videos, anything. The support is greatly appreciated. And, I don't know if the camera catch it or not, but, got the book right here. It's on Amazon. Link will be in the description, so go check it out if you haven't already done so. But yeah, the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about was books. So not necessarily just my book, but how, you could pretty much make this a reality if this was something that you were interested in. So initially, I feel like, you could pretty much do any and everything pretty much on BookBoat. So with BookBoat, you pretty much, can go on there and, of course, like anything else, do your research and stuff like that on the type of book that you would want to kind of, create or whatever, whether it be, low to no content or, really any other type of book. But, of course, within other type of book, whether it be, like I guess you'll say a biography or something like that, it's kind of more of a personalized feel. But with other books, as far as like a coloring book, journal, calendar, you pretty much refer to BookBoat, and it's a lot of tools on there. You pretty much kind of like limit your search to like the top 200,000 books or whatever on Amazon, because it really is a lot of books. And from there, you pretty much, you kind of like looking at pretty much the way everybody else has their books established, and what's kind of like catchy. And I feel like it's important to kind of like have your own personal, like touch on there. So which you have in your own personal touch, whether that be, your cover or back page, you kind of just want to stamp it and let people know that it's yours. And of course, I forgot like really the necessary term that they use, but of course, you don't want to sit there and copy anybody's work, but it's pretty much just like, I think they said like remaking the wheel or something like that. So it's kind of like you sticking with that same format because you obviously saying that it's working. And there's other sources you can go to as well, like BSR. I forgot the exact website or whatever, but it's like BSR, and you pretty much go on there and you're able to kind of like type in the ranking of the book, and you can kind of like see on average, how many sales they make per day, as well as how many sales they make per month. And pretty much, once you kind of get more familiar with the process or whatever, you'll be able to go on like Amazon KDP. And of course, once you create your own book, you'll kind of be able to see like some of the pretty much, your royalties for each book or whatever. And you'll kind of get a general idea anyway if you see, they're making such and such amount of sales per day or per month. You can kind of make a good guesstimate on the low end of pretty much, how much profit that person is making or whatever. So yeah, like I say, BookBoat, and you could pretty much do everything on there. Like I say, research as well as, create your book, or you could pretty much, take the route of going to Fiverr, which is Fiverr, Fiverr. And on Fiverr, it's pretty much people like outsource. And I was really so surprised because it's people like literally doing, a ton of things. And initially I had really thought, I was like, okay, it's really all these people on here like making stuff as far as like books, websites. And I feel like, a lot of them, all depending on their like expertise and stuff like that, they really do bring in, a nice amount of money. But I think to myself, like I see people on there making NFT collections and stuff like that. And of course, I'm gonna get on that later, but I was like, dang, why don't they make their own NFT collection, blah, 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 so they can make their money just strictly from there. But I feel like, the most important thing is kind of like multiple streams of income. So obviously that's why I kind of presented the book or whatever. But excuse me. As far as like I say, with Book Boat, go on there, do your research, specify it to, to a T. And of course, there's other like strategies and things like that you could do. And I'm pretty much, kind of in that phase right now of just trying to really kind of like hone in on, like different marketing aspects and stuff like that. So I did do, of course, Instagram, Facebook ads, things of that nature. And I mean, you probably, seen them, or if you didn't see them, that's your bad, you're missing out. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, I also did, Amazon promotions or whatever, and that's kind of like associated with the marketplace. And with that, you're pretty much, people see it all the time, but I guess it's easy to overlook if you don't really know what you're doing. So it's like whenever you go search a certain category or search, a certain topic, you will see sponsored, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of like what it is. It's pretty much putting your product above others. And it can get, costly or whatever. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, just trying to figure out different ways of marketing. But one thing I was kind of successful with was reaching out to several people on Instagram that do, book reviews, and also, on YouTube, and just kind of like asking them like, were they willing to, review my book for a free copy. And it's people out there that, generally just love to, color in my aspect. So if you're making a different type of book, I'm pretty sure there's people out there to review it as well, or any other type of product. So definitely, kind of like outsource, and, I feel like you can make it happen. Hydrate real quick. It's getting a little parched. So yeah, man, definitely, kind of like outsource. You just pretty much use pretty much every resource that you, like have, at hand pretty much, and just kind of like really think outside of the box as far as like marketing. And marketing, it can be kind of tricky, especially, in certain situations, because you kind of really trying to figure out like what works. And kind of with, with the book or whatever, it had really just kind of got put on Amazon December the 28th. So I really didn't push it hard, the first few weeks. But then when I had dropped like the last podcast, well, no, matter of fact, the podcast before that, I had made, a short little video or whatever, just kind of filming the book on my phone. But then when I kind of went through and made, a more professional video, I guess, in my opinion, I kind of was like, okay, let me start pushing this book hard, So I feel like overall it's doing pretty good. Just going, more so like on a natural approach or whatever. Just like I said, really reaching out to people and stuff or whatever, just because it is possible. You don't necessarily always have to, kind of go out there and spend all your money, because marketing can get expensive, whether it be, a few dollars. Like granted, almost every place you will market on there kind of give you like a recommendation as far as like how much you should apply per day, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. But overall, like I said, if you're doing that like every week, it can get expensive. So yeah, that's, something to think about on that aspect. But definitely go check out Book Boat and just kind of, see what it has to offer if you, thinking about doing, because it really was a pretty simple process. And as far as like, Fiverr, it's people on there that work with you or whatever, and kind of, help you pretty much make your vision a reality. Simple as that. I'm drinking so much water too. That's, partially the reason. But my primary reason is the night almost over with, and I gotta, kill a gallon. So yeah. But the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about was NFTs, which are, like I stated on previous episodes, non-fungible tokens. So, I mean, of course, you kind of want to go in and do your own research as far as, seeing exactly like what it is. But it's pretty much like if you're into kind of like crypto and stuff like that, I feel like, it's something interesting to look into, because it's like you pretty much owning a one-on-one or something, So you pretty much owning, like a digital art, whether it be, an actual picture or music or, whatever else. But the most important thing I kind of found, especially with kind of like just studying up on it, within the past few months or whatever, is really kind of like, doing your homework and looking at it as far as like from a utility aspect, And when I say utility, I pretty much just mean, making sure it's something else tied to it besides just, that music or that picture. And one of the big things on that was I had seen like maybe like 2 weeks ago or whatever, I had seen Meek Mill, saying he was dropping like a mixtape album or whatever. And it was like pretty much, if you're not in it, as far as like, having like a digital wallet or something like that, you pretty much can't get it. Can't get like, what I'm saying? So it's, like I said, it's music involved in it as well. And I feel like it's still in the earlier stages. But I feel like, it's like a lot of stuff associated with the metaverse and saying things of that nature. So I definitely feel like, it's a good investment. But like I say, do your homework. And I actually purchased my third NFT like the beginning of this week. So of course, I'm not giving out no advice or nothing like that, just kind of giving my personal opinion on, the whole situation. So my first NFT was like a Tupac NFT, and I kind of went against my rule of what I just told y'all. So I feel like personally it was, like a cool piece of art or whatever. So I went ahead and pretty much had just bought it. It was like maybe 200 something. So it was, a cool piece of art or whatever. I really do like it. I won't say it's like my favorite out of the three, but it was, a cool little project. And my second project was, my second NFT was a Kangaroo Hero. So I feel like overall, like that's, like pretty good. And it kind of really tied into the utilities and stuff like that. And as of right now, it's going for like pretty much 3 times what I bought it at. But, it's other things associated with NFTs as well, as far as like gas prices and stuff like that. So, that's additional money that you're spending. And it's really like depending on, the time, pretty much how they releasing it and stuff like that. But to backtrack, so with NFTs, I feel like the first thing you kind of want to do is, of course, like find a project you like, find an art you like, but don't necessarily, strictly just buy off of emotion. And it's crazy, because of like algorithm and stuff like that. It's like if you looking up stuff like that, you're going to come across it all the time. So I'm on Instagram, I'm following, different little pages, and I'm constantly coming across like NFTs and stuff like that. So I see a project that I like and I kind of, go into it. So first thing first, you kind of want to, scout out their pages. 9 times out of 10, they giving you like some type of like sample of, some kind of basis on what the art would look like. So that's, important. But also, first thing first, you're going to want to join their Discord. So if you don't have Discord, definitely want to go get that. Pretty much just kind of check out the community, check out the vibes, and kind of see, involvement. Because, it is a lot of people that's sitting out there like pretty much having these Discords. They like pretty much being built up, and it's a lot of members in them, but it's like nobody's online, nobody active and stuff like that. So you kind of definitely want to, dive in and kind of see like what the conversations, talk like what they talking about. And every project is, different or whatever. But once you're in the Discord, every Discord I've been in, I had to leave out of a lot of them too, because I have a threshold as far as, how much I'm willing to spend on the NFT. But I'll talk about that later as well. So pretty much, like I say, you will kind of go in there, scope it out, and every Discord has like the links. So places you want to check out, of course, Instagram, Twitter, and for the most part, it'll be, like some of the same content or whatever. But what I have found now is like, a lot of different, NFTs that have like white lists where you pretty much already reserving yourself to be able to buy that NFT, whether it be, pre-sale or release date. Because some of them had the same, like some of them have had the same release date. You pretty much just guarantee yourself to it. And some of them have like a pre-release date, and then they have the mint date after the fact. And whenever you mint, that's pretty much like you being able to buy it off the official website before it going to secondary market. And I'll talk about that too. So, like after you pretty much check it out, whether you see, it's for a good purpose or whatever, like, in addition to that, I guess you kind of want to check out the utility. Like I said, that's kind of like what else is associated with it. Like, whether it be, a service, this, that, and other. And I'll talk about Bored Ape Yacht Club, in a minute. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like one of the, it's definitely top 10, and I, kind of tell y'all about the price and stuff like that. But yeah, you pretty much kind of like want to go in and look at like the roadmap, and all of them don't have roadmaps because, like I say, some of them are, just pictures or just, music or whatever, which is fine. Like I said, if that's something that you're into, because I feel like overall, I feel like they can grow in value, but it's just kind of like one of those things. I feel like people are more likely to buy something that's like that they can actually get a use out of. Like I said with my Kangaroo Hero, it's kind of like associated with like financial literacy. So I feel like that was really important or whatever. And a lot of people, they kind of tie it back to their business or their company. They like, okay, you get such and such discounted off, and then you get like to attend certain conferences or whatever. So it's, what I'm saying, like I feel like it's definitely beneficial. Like I said, it pretty much tripled in value. So obviously, I'm gonna kind of hold on to it and just really kind of, like I say, reap the benefits as of right now. I really didn't come up with a set price as far as like what I sell it as, but that's just kind of one of the things. Neither here nor there. But yeah. So like I said, after you checked out the social medias, check out the roadmaps, and pretty much like really like hone in on the purposes or whatever, and see like if there's something that you feel like could like really be beneficial in the future, because a lot of them are tied in with the with certain interactions with within the metaverse and stuff like that. So definitely kind of, like I say, do your research in it. And me personally, like I say, not giving no like financial advice or whatever, just kind of like state my personal opinion. Like how I pretty much started off, I had kind of, like I say, did my research or whatever, completed all them steps, and had kind of got a Metamask wallet, because majority of them, you purchasing with Ethereum. So like I was saying earlier, as far as a threshold, so pretty much all the NFTs I bought so far, they pretty much been around like 0.08 Ethereum, which is, somewhere in the $200 range or whatever, like $250 at the most. But like I said, that's not counting, gas fees, what it's taking to actually push out the product. And like I say, those range, throughout the time. And whenever you go into mint, you can actually go in on MetaMask, because all you pretty much do is whenever the mint opens up or whatever the release date is, you'll go to the NFTs website, and you'll pretty much, like copy that link and paste it into your MetaMask browser. And from there, you'll select your quantity, how many you want. And once your MetaMask wallet is, and pretty much real quick on what the MetaMask wallet is. So it's pretty much where you upload your money and they convert it into Ethereum, and that's how you're able to buy the NFT. And you also store your NFTs in a, whether like whether it be the pictures and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much that. But like I say, you're able to kind of like negotiate your gas fees. And I really kind of got bit in the butt on one of them. I was really just trying to be super cheap, so I had lowered the gas fees like to maybe, I think I lowered it to like maybe $70 or $80. Originally it was like $120, because that was give you like a recommended, and you could always just go and pay that. But I was like, man, let me play around with it real quick. So I ended up doing that. And if you don't have enough to pretty much, cover like the gas fees or whatever, or it don't really push, your push the transaction through, then you pretty much just lose out on your gas, like the gas fee. So I pretty much had lost like, like that $90 or whatever. And it doesn't take, the price of the actual NFT, but still don't nobody want to lose money. So I definitely say, like it's a lot of resources out there on YouTube. Just do your research and kind of figure out, like kind of how to find that balance. But me, I was just I knew I could possibly lose it, but I was just kind of like gambling in a sense. But, lesson learned. So, yeah, like I say, definitely, I feel like MetaMask is like, it's fairly easy to use, and it's just kind of like a repetitive process. But as I had said earlier, like I say, I feel like I'm willing to go to probably, I don't know, like maybe 0.10 ETH or something like that. And that's, you know what I'm saying, roughly around like 320, 330, somewhere around now. Of course, you know what I'm saying, associated with the gas fee, I probably might be paying 400, but I feel like it's a lot of things out there that's, really beneficial. And once again, not giving out financial advice either. And I'm going to get on that later, talking about Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather. But that's, you know what I'm saying, related to crypto, of course. But yeah, so some of the ones I'm kind of like looking at is Cityverse, Power Hub, and Crypto Ducks. And I feel like one thing I really did find out is, like with NFTs, you know, pretty much don't go for the hype. Like I said, always do your due diligence and kind of go through, look at their roadmap, look at the websites, and look at the interaction within Discord, because it's so many celebrities out there now, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, pushing it. Like, for sure with Crypto Ducks, I mean, I feel like overall it's a good project, so that's not necessarily why I'm going for it or whatever. But I was seeing, like, I think they said Antonio Brown pushed it, like the Ball family, they pretty much, you know what I'm saying, was behind it and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, don't sit there and just kind of like fall for the hat trick if it doesn't really have, you know what I'm saying, like a good purpose behind it, or you're not really strong, like feeling strong about the process. Because a lot of people are arguing and say that NFTs, you know what I'm saying, pretty much like worthless in a sense. But like I said, I completely disagree. But, you know, who am I? My complete, you know what I'm saying, complete full opinion. But if anybody, you know, pretty much familiar with, like I say, the NFT world, you pretty much like probably heard about, you know, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So it had kind of started off, like I say, last year or whatever, was started off selling in the hundreds. Then kind of like a lot of celebrities had picked up on it or whatever. And you probably heard about, you know, Jake Paul and stuff like that. And Gary Vee, of course, because like I said, a lot of people kind of like to associate them. And you could really falsify and, like, you know, get people to kind of like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, for a price, like I say, people will do anything. Like, people will just promote your stuff just to promote it if you know, pay them enough or whatever. But it's also, like I say, false claiming, because I keep seeing these ads pop up on Facebook, and when I go to the NFT page, it's just like the numbers not matching up. It's like they got maybe a few hundred, you know what I'm saying, like followers or whatever, page dead, and they like, you know, owned by Jake Paul, Gary Vee, blah, 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 this, that, the other. But with Bored Ape Yacht Club, like I said, it started off as a few hundred. I had actually went on OpenSea, which is I guess you'd say like the secondary market. So once the mint sells out, once you're not able to like mint it from, you know, mint the NFT from the direct website or whatever, you pretty much left to kind of go like on OpenSea. And when you go on OpenSea, it's pretty much like people going on there, you know what I'm saying, like listing it. And whenever you go on OpenSea, you're going to see a couple of things. You're going to see like the item, so which is how many is available. You're going to see how many owners, because a lot of NFT projects, all of them have different limits. But some of them be like, you know what I'm saying, you can only buy 3, you can only buy 4, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And you'll also see like the floor price, which is, I mean, you know, a pretty common term. I feel like that's pretty much like what the lowest one is selling for. And so I had actually went on Bored Ape Yacht Club, and it's going for 82 Ethereum. So like I say, everything is in Ethereum, but you can go on Google and pretty much kind of convert it. But 82 Ethereum is $240,000. So that, you know what I'm saying, I definitely feel like it's money, you know what I'm saying? Like within it, you just kind of got to make them smart choices and just really kind of, like I say, do your research. Like I haven't personally been on a whitelist because I feel like it's too much. Like a lot of times, you know, they'll kind of be trying to build up the Discord. So they'll be like, reach level, blah, 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 invite XYZ amount of people. But I feel like I say, it's still early on. So it's like a lot of people really not necessarily against it, but they just really kind of not on it, which is fine, you know. But what else I had about NFTs? I really feel like that kind of like covers everything in a sense. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying, you got more questions or whatever, leave it in the comments. But that was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like a quick overview of it. And I mean, overall, like I said, I feel like it's going to continue to grow. Definitely a good investment. Next thing I kind of wanted to talk about was, I don't know if I should talk about this. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was Ritz, which is a real estate investment trust. So it's pretty much like a fund, and I kind of talked about it before. It's kind of like a fund of commercial properties or whatever, and it's like a pool of people, investing. And it's like multiple apps or whatever. My personal app I use is a Diversifund. So with Diversifund, it's like a minimum of 500, like $500 or whatever. And pretty much, you get paid like dividends. So when I first did it, I was kind of skeptical because I was like, man, $500. I'm like, I could put that, like in the stock market. Because of course, like I said, I was, doing pretty good on Robinhood, but I actually kind of took like all that money out of there and kind of just switched it around or whatever. But I'll talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, I pretty much had put in my like $500 and I kind of went in. I think I went into the app maybe October of last year, and I was like actually able to see, like my monthly dividends. And a lot of people do like recurring payments and stuff like that. And it is, other sources out there you could use or other apps. But I found like this one is like, the most effective. And I didn't plan on touching the money anyway. And that's kind of one of the things as well. So it is kind of risky as far as if you need the money, you probably don't want to, invest your money, because it ain't like really a short-term play. It's really more so kind of like a long-term play. You put your money in there and you're not able to kind of touch it until the property sale or whatever. So that could be, however long. Excuse me. So yeah, pretty much that's that. And I definitely, like I said, I dropped a link for that, below too, if, anybody interested in it. And that was just pretty much, something real quick. But it is also Ritz and stuff like on Robinhood. So with them, I kind of did my research. And if you ever kind of just got on Robinhood and pretty much played around, you could look at, like a regular stock, go all the way to the bottom. Some of them had like analytics as far as like percentage of people buying, percentage of people holding, and percentage of people selling. So when you go on a REIT and you go look at the bottom, you will see like I think it's like the average pretty much return, per year or whatever. So I feel like if you, kind of just know anything or whatever, as far as like, banking and stuff like that, you don't see much when your money just sitting in the bank. So with the REITs or whatever, I mean, granted, they do fluctuate a lot or whatever. They can go up, they can go down. But have like, I feel like a better chance of actually seeing like, like a nice return. Like majority of the ones I was seeing was like a 8%, 9%. And, of course, like on a small amount of money, you probably not going to see, a significant difference. But what I had said I wanted to start doing was kind of like setting recurring payments where I'm, like constantly investing in that money, really just, like doubling, tripling, tis. The next thing I kind of wanted to talk about though was with crypto. So like I had said earlier, at first I pretty much had like majority of my money, investment wise tied up in stocks on Robinhood, because I feel like, I like Robinhood as far as a platform. It's pretty easy to use. I mean, in my opinion, it's pretty simple. If you can't figure something out, you can always go to YouTube. But I had, a nice amount of money in there, and that's kind of why I had initially got my Dogecoin at. So I had started messing with options and stuff like that, where, you pretty much kind of like set the time and you predict, whether it's going to go up, go down, blah, blah, blah. So I had kind of started doing like, I was doing decent with, I was doing decent, but after a while, I feel like, I kind of had like a couple options. Like right now, I still got an option that's open from last year. And I think it closed next month or something like that. But as of right now, I think I'm down like 120. So I'm like, man, like I pretty much pulled all my money out of there. And I put the 500 minimum, of course. I put that in Diversifund. And then I kind of just put, some stuff in different stuff on Bitmart. So with Bitmart, I'm invested in a couple of things or whatever, just really straight crypto. But a lot of stuff is kind of like Satima, Shiba, stuff like that. So I still got SafeMoon. Like I say, do your research, of course. Don't, don't take my word for it. But yeah, I pretty much had kind of like, I just really wanted to diversify my portfolio. Eventually, I feel like I go back to just having more money in Robinhood. But as of right now, like I said, I'm pretty much kind of just chilling on it. I'm content with, like what I'm investing in. As far as something else, I kind of was like, recently I just signed up for Webull. So what a lot of people don't know is, majority of these like trading, apps or whatever, they always have like referrals. Even even diversifying, couldn't think of the name of it, even diversifying. So, you pretty much could like just go in there and kind of like share your link and stuff like that. And it's really beneficial on both sides. So like with the apps, like as far as, stocks and stuff like that, it's like you pretty much like whenever you go through somebody's link, you pretty much setting yourself up like to get, 1, 2 free stocks, however many, compared to, just signing up by yourself and really just funding your account, simple as that. So I always tell people when I send a link, it's not just for me, it's, also for you, so you can get their free money. And a lot of times, you pretty much can kind of go in. If it's a stock that you really don't want, then you pretty much could, sell it and cash out. But I did, when I had first signed up for Robinhood, like, I think year before last, or maybe the year before that, when I had first signed up, I had ended up getting like some all stock. And he ended up going up like, $30, $40. And the thing about it is whenever it go down, it's not really like you losing because you didn't put any money into that. That's like a free stock. That's free money. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. Oh, and also like I was saying earlier about the whole Kim K and Mayweather thing. So, pretty much I had seen on the news, they had kind of got caught up. Like they pretty much getting sued or whatever because they had tried to like boost the Ethereum Max coins or tokens. And it really kind of, like I say, just kind of made me more aware. I mean, I knew it had been going on because, like I say, people pay them the right amount of money. People going, promote or whatever. And it's kind of like a rug pull. Like if you seen Wolf of Wall Street, kind of, the same aspect in a sense is like, boosting it. And then you having these, sharks or whales in there, which are, people that like hold a nice amount of the stock. And they just going in and, like pulling their money out, and you screw, and you kind of looking at it like, well, such and such told me to go get it. Such and such told me to go get it. And now, you just pretty much out of your money. So definitely, be aware of that and kind of do your own research. Don't really just go off word of mouth. I don't care who promoting it, whether it be, somebody that's just do your own research. But the last thing I wanted to talk about, because I don't feel like I'd be me if I didn't talk about, something on the health aspect. So like I told you, I was going to get on the water. So pretty much gallon of water, of course. I add in a tablespoon of chlorophyll, liquid chlorophyll. It come from the vitamin shop, but it's also on Amazon, whatever. And I mean, I really haven't heard too much bad about like chlorophyll as far as like it being fake or less, I guess, like watered down pretty much or whatever. So yeah, but I feel like my brand, pretty much been good. Like I said, I got it from the vitamin shop. I think it was like maybe a 16 ounce, 8 ounce or whatever. And it was maybe like around $20 or whatever. But I feel like, overall it lasts. Chlorophyll, it do stain. I haven't got it in my clothes and nothing, but I got it on my hands. You can kind of tell. It's kind of like I guess you'd say like a paint or whatever, but it's a couple of benefits associated with it. So clear skin, pretty much builds your red blood cells, and red blood cells is kind of like associated with carrying your oxygen from your lungs to the rest of your body. And it's also like it also assists with weight loss as well as digestion. So that's that's definitely like some of the benefits. Real quick, like I say, do your research. People kind of do I've seen a lot of like vlogs and stuff on YouTube or whatever, and that's kind of like what kind of really gave me the motivation to be like, okay, let me go ahead and try it. I try to drink the gallon of water every day anyway, so why not, just add it in there. And it's really not, to me, it's really not nasty. Like it really tastes, make the water taste like more smoother, if that makes sense. Like, but yeah, it does, also have cons like digestive problems, diarrhea, stool could be a different color, and possibly if you get it on your skin, I think it could like cause irritation or burn it or something like that. But I haven't had, any of those effects. So, I definitely say, give it a try or whatever. It's like I say, a detox, it's a cleanse. Like I say, I won't say I just feel, 100% different or whatever, but I definitely do feel more refreshed when I drink it, like on a serious note. So into that, let me go ahead and take a little swig. So So, every time we get on here too, we also talk about intermittent fasting, and pretty much, just kind of like doing like the 16-8, where you 16 hours of like not eating and 8 hours of eating. And I feel like the most common time span is like from 12 to 8 of eating. So 12 in the afternoon to 8, at night. And pretty much, times after that, you pretty much not eating. You just straight like liquid. So coffee, tea, and water. And I feel like, that's like, overall, it's an easy alternative or whatever. But I feel like with any diet, you pretty much, you want to see like long-term results, you pretty much have to change it into a lifestyle. So there's that. But I kind of, of course, was practicing that. But I kind of really got away from it because I feel like just with my balance in the gym, I pretty much wasn't getting my protein from doing it. Because like I said, I'll be waking up a lot of times at like 5:30, and I'd be fine with, drinking water, pretty much just drinking them liquids from when I wake up in the morning to 12 o'clock. But the thing was, I was feeling like didn't really have that energy. I know I had burnt energy from going to the gym or whatever. Kind of like I say, getting in a pretty strenuous workout in my opinion. And like I say, as far as like nutrition or whatever, I just kind of felt like I was missing out on that, because when I was like assisting with it, I was pretty much, I probably eat like right at 12. Then I would back door probably eat like 6 or 7, and I'll try to hurry up and force a meal in real quick, before 8 o'clock. And I had even tried something else where I was going to Chipotle, Mo's, wherever, that type of place. And I was going to get like, bowls or whatever. And I get like double steak, of course, more protein, just to kind of, assist me like with the gym. But I just wasn't seeing like the results that I had wanted to. So now kind of most of what I do is still somewhat implement, the fasting, but I just kind of like either juice in the morning or make a smoothie, like, and the smoothie just pretty much, strictly consists of like fruits and vegetables. And in the more recent, like, I want to say like the recent week or whatever, I had ended up actually getting like some superfood. So it come, in a jar or whatever, and it's powder, and it pretty much, just assists where like you're not able, or I won't say you're not able, but you pretty much don't get in, your full amount of greens, vegetables, or your fruit, and yesterday I had kind of really made the mistake. I had actually put it in the jug, in the gallon, and that mug was so thick, it just wouldn't mix up. So I feel like it's better. And they say you can mix it in like with a bottle, and they come with a scooper. But personally, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, the one I use is Amazing Grass Greens Blend Superfood, and like I say, it's really, it really don't have a bad taste or nothing like that. I feel like, it's like that, and it got, like I said, a couple other benefits as far as, like I say, digestion, natural energy. So if you kind of just on that health tip, I definitely say, at least give it a try. That and the chlorophyll for sure. But that's all I got for this episode, man. So peace.